Hello and welcome. I know you're looking at this and you're thinking this book is called Legion X2 or something like that. You're wrong. It's actually named, whatever that is, Adventures. Alright? We don't know what it's called until we flip the book open. There we discover it's Grip's Adventures. And apparently this dude right here, who is this dude right here, is named Grips. And this book has two very different art styles for two different chapters of the story. So I'm trying to figure out like exactly where to start. Let's just start with this page. Like first page, why not? Got a dude getting robbed. Grips comes down, and well, his style of arresting the criminal is it's right out of City of Heroes. Instead of arresting the criminal, we're just going to gut the criminal with our claws. That's called murder in most jurisdictions. It's pretty extreme. No wonder then that a bunch of heroes get together and they want to stop him. So this is Legion X1 right here. Bunch of dudes led by this balding guy here, and they get sent out to go fight Grips. Along the way, they stop to do a training exercise because, hey, it's like the X-Men, right? Everybody's got training robots and stuff. Who does that? How much money are you really going to spend on like training robots when your characters, your dudes could be sparring against each other, right? I don't know. Seems weird to me, but every supergroup was doing it, and will probably keep doing it. So Grips is just a dude who seems to just have normal human abilities, plus these like little blade things that he uses, and he schools his first group of heroes in this story. He absolutely wrecks them over the course of the, I don't know, 10 pages of the fight. And then in the middle of the book, we got all this stuff. So if you ever wanted to buy a comic from Gemini Comics, this is how you would learn how to do it. There's some stuff at the very end where it's like a little cell sheet, and they were printing up like just a couple hundred books. Like these things are probably pretty rare by the year 2023. Like how many of these have actually survived until now? I don't know. I wish the Grips logo was kind of comprehensible because I can kind of see that it says Grips, but it looks more like Irips or Erps or something to me. I don't know. Anyway, the second part of the story has another team show up, the Legion X2, whose name was on the cover. The art style is completely different, but it's basically picking up exactly where the first fight left off. These are like the heroes that didn't want to be nice. So it's kind of like the difference between a Silver Age hero that's like, oh, we're going to arrest you, and then the Punisher. These guys will just kill you if they can't arrest you. And they're also tougher than the first group you fought with. And you know what? This book is like 2/3 fight scene. And they're pretty fun fight scenes. There's a couple of spots where things are a little confusing or whatever. But in general, like it is a bunch of well constructed, good fights. Uh, our hero here, well, hero Grips, he's having a real bad day fighting these dudes. We're introduced to a whole lot of characters, and I swear there were 3 or 4 characters who all had death in their name. There's like Death Hawk, maybe he was Death Eagle, I don't remember now. Then there's like Death Tracker. I think there might be a guy named Death Shroud, and I think there's a fourth guy with death in his name. Whoever wrote these books was definitely into the word death. And there was some interesting commentary too. Like, oh, there are hundreds of characters across this universe, many of whom you'll see trickle into our main titles, but some of which will get their own books. It's like very ambitious. This dude who came up with this stuff was super duper ambitious, and I gotta admire the ambition. The execution left a little bit to be desired. The text here, the lettering in this section especially is kind of bad. Look at this gray. The gray is kind of hard to read on the yellowed paper. In the first section, it was a little easier because the lettering was solid black letters, but it's all computer lettering instead of being hand lettered, uh, and it doesn't really work. You get too many places where parts of the lettering are touching the bubbles and stuff doesn't fit quite right, and Good Lord, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, that's, sometimes you just see something that's like, what is it? Yeah, here we go. Death Hawk. That someday would be Death Hawk we're forced to search out and bring into justice. Kind of a weird book. I kind of want to see more of it, but I doubt I'll ever find more from Greater Mercury Comics. But if you see this out there in the wild and you get it for the low, low price of $0, might be worth picking up and flipping through. There's certainly some nice art panels in here. And the read was a very pleasant, like 5 minutes. So I got no complaints about reading it. Whether it was great or not, I don't know. But the price point of free, it definitely is. It's definitely that good. It's definitely free good. I don't know what that statement means. You can figure it out for yourself. Bye bye.